Souk Ahras. Souk Ahras Berber Tagast, ancient name Thagast, Arabic SWQHRS, is a municipality in Algeria. It is the capital of Souk Ahras Province. The Numidian city of Thagast or Tagast, on whose ruins Souk Ahras was built, was the birthplace of Augustine of Hippo and a center of Berber culture. It was a city of great culture, described as the very hub of civilization. Etymology. The name derives from the Arabic word souk, which means market, and the Kawi Berber word are a plural aras, which means lion, in reference to the Barbary lions which existed in the neighboring forests until their extinction in 1930. Hence, Souk Ahras means market of lions. See also Oranwaran and Tahert for names with a related etymology. Number of wild animals killed in Souk Ahras between 1877 and 1892. Source: Dr. Racket, Monographie de la Commune Mixte de Souk Ahras, 1904, p. 274. The old name of the Numidian city of Thagast derives from the Berber Thagast, which means the bag, given that the site of the town is located at the foot of a mountain surrounded by three peaks in the form of a bag containing the city. Subsequently, when the Arabic language entered in the region, it was called Soukara. In other sources it is cited as the Palace of the African, according to Al-Masudi. History. Prehistory. The town of Souk Ahras, as its region, experienced Aterian culture from the end of the Middle Paleolithic to the early Upper Paleolithic ages. After the Aterian, Souk Ahras was inhabited by people of the Capsian culture. Many stone tools dating to this period have been discovered. Stemmed arrows were found on the site of present-day Souk Ahras, but also in Tefetch and Taoura, not far from it. Antiquity. It was the birthplace of Augustine of Hippo, born 13 November 354 CE to Monica. Souk Ahras Thagast has played an important role in the political and cultural history of the region because of its strategic position at the crossroads of Numide, ancient Roman, and Berber civilizations. It was the location of military fortifications Madura, Tefetch, Kemissa, and urban centers. Tagast. Tagast was a town of Numidia in Roman North Africa, on the banks of the Oud River. Augustine of Hippo was born here. The Roman city is identified with ruins of Tajelt near Souk Ahras, Algeria. The Numidian city of Thagast or Tagast, on whose ruins Souk Ahras was built, was situated in the northeastern highlands of Numidia. It was about 100 km 60 miles from Hippo Regius, present-day Annaba, 32 km 20 miles southwest of Thubersicum, present-day Kamissa, and about 240 km 150 miles from Carthage on the coast of present-day Tunisia. Thagast became a Roman municipium. The city was mentioned by Pliny the Elder. As a municipium, Thagast was not settled by Roman Italian immigrants, but was inhabited by Romanized native Berbers. Modern era. In 1830, Souk Ahras became a colonial settlement of French Algeria 1830–1962. Late 19th century connection via the Algerian Railway and 20th century iron ore and phosphate mining brought some modern significance and prosperity to the town. During the Algerian War of Independence 1954–1962, Souk Ahras housed the old Bekaa Mounts as an autonomous military base of the Army of National Liberation (ALN), called Basis of the East. Geography. Relief and hydrography. The town of Souk Ahras is located in a basin surrounded by wooded mountains, as the Jebel Bini Salah or Jebel Old Maumen. Souk Ahras is crossed by a major North African river, the Medjerda. 3 dams exist in the region of Souk Ahras. That of Ain Adalia supplies the town of Souk Ahras and its region with 76 million cubic meters, 2.7 billion cubic feet. Dams of Oud Cherf and Jedra provide a capacity of 153 and 35 million cubic meters, 5.4 and 1.2 billion cubic feet, respectively. Dam Jedra is intended to supply the town of Souk Ahras with a quantity of 12 and 35 million cubic meters, 420 and 1240 million cubic feet of potable water, while 2 million cubic meters, 71 million cubic feet will be pumped for irrigation. Districts of Souk Ahras, Honolulu, and Nasser, Deir Ezarga, 1 November 1954, 5 Juillet, 17 October, 28, 26 Avril 1958, El Alayouia, Ibn Rocht, Khawaisam Abdulhaq, Sidi Messaad, Sidi Akba, et Tagtaguia. Climate: Algiers has a hot summer Mediterranean climate Köppen climate classification CSA with warm summers and mild winters. Its proximity to the Mediterranean Sea aids in moderating the city's temperatures. As a result, Souk Ahras usually does not see the extreme temperatures that are experienced in the adjacent interior deserts. The climate of Algiers, like that of other Atlas cities, features wet winters and dry summers. Souk Ahras on average receives roughly 840.74 mm 33.10 inches of precipitation per year, the bulk of which is seen between October and April. Demographics: the inhabitants of the town of Souk Ahras are of Berber origin. They are mainly from the different regions of the wilaya of Souk Ahras and neighboring wilayas. The first tribes having established in Souk Ahras were known as the Papiria, or Babiria, from the name of Berber. They were composed of Kauses and Siliacti. The tribes of Mausalami and Kirina lived there, including the other tribes, the H. Nanches that grew the most and the H. Rakta. All of them have Berber origins. These tribes lived in tents and practiced nomadism. They have established later and founded cities for each of them, including the town of Souk Ahras, the old Thagast. Tourism. Tourism in Souk Ahras focuses largely on a variety of historical and natural sites. In recent years, it has become a destination for culture and health tourism. Souk Ahras, also known as Thagast, is one of the most beautiful cities in Algeria, especially in the spring and winter, attracting many tourists. In Ain Zana and the annotated, or beautiful architectural features, such as Al Amin Mosque, the Thagast Bridge in the center of the city, the olive tree of St. Augustine, the corner of Sidi Massoud, the cultural center. Souk Ahras is located in the east of Algeria, near the border with Tunisia. It is 600 km 370 miles away from Algiers. It is one of the largest and oldest cities in Algeria and is 90 km 56 miles from Annaba and its airport. Types of tourism in the state: religious tourism, medical tourism, sport tourism, shopping tourism, recreational tourism, cultural tourism, roaming tourism, ecotourism, adventure tourism, auto and bicycle tourism, exhibition tourism. People related: Saint Monica, Augustine of Hippo, Doctor of the Church, the Church, the Church, Martianus Capella, author, Apuleius, author, Laius, author. Alapius of Thagast, bishop celebrated on August 15, Firmus and Rusticus, Christian martyrs 4th century. 4th century. Tacfarines resisted Roman invasions. Ahmad al-Tafashi, Katib Yassin, author. Tahar Awatar, author. Taoufik Makhloufi, middle distance runner and gold medalist at the 2012 Summer Olympics. Shabain Boualek, psychologist and senator. Said Boualem, colonel in the French army,